talking Yankees here? No. I didn't think so.
Guys, we have Bucknell head coach Joe Susan and linebacker Evan Myers. Coach, maybe you just want to start off with just a opening statement about the game.
Well, coming into this game and knowing this program, I know that this is probably one of the better teams that Tim has put on the field. And it showed in their performance today. They, in all three phases, they posed challenges in terms of matchups. It's obvious with some of the big plays they created in their offense, but also some of the protection issues that we had to adjust to as the game went on in terms of their front four against our front. And much of the pressure they created today was related to four-man rush and at times three-man rush, which really plays into what they're doing in their secondary. And obviously Tim, having been here for as long as he has done a great job with this program. Any questions?
Coach, any positives from your perspective?
The thing that we talk to our kids about all the time is never stop playing. And I think that last drive was a 91-yard drive and putting it in the end zone. But I told the team that this feeling has to stick with you and teach you. And I also told the team that you might have lost the game, but you're not losers. And you know, as you build a program with the quantity of sophomores that we have on the field in all three phases, there comes a point where those guys grow up and they remember times like this. You look at the Harvard team, most of those kids are juniors and seniors, and somewhere along the way we'll get to that as we continue to recruit the right kind of people, like this guy that's sitting to my right.
Coach, could you talk about the play of the Harvard defensive line tonight and how it stacks up with the defensive lines you guys have faced?
Knowing what I know about defensive lines, there was one, you know, in watching these guys play, I don't think they're an Ivy League defensive line. That defensive line would fit in, even with depth, in some other leagues. Number 99, number 62, number 88, those guys pose matchup problems that you have to take into account in your protections. Otherwise, it winds up creating some of the problems that we had in terms of protecting the quarterback. We got sacked 6 times, and you know, we started to adjust the protections as we went, but they're good in terms of their ability to create straight line rush, but they're also excellent in their movement and twist game that really poses problems. There's always a difference between the athleticism between an offensive line and a defensive line, and that was obvious today. And I'm sure too that looking at it from Harvard's standpoint, practicing against that group has to help Harvard's offense and their offensive line. That's the best defensive line in terms of performance that I've seen. You know, we played Delaware. This team's better than the team that we played that day against Delaware.
You talked about pressure as far as on your quarterback, but also when you cannot run the ball at all. You stuff that, you force them.
You force to throw. You put yourself in third and unmanageables, and that's when, if pass rush is their forte, they do their best. You know, it's Hodges is number 9, right? I saw him after a game. I said they just keep him second team to keep him upset. And I do that too. You know, you break him out. That guy you got in the cage that's working to get out of the cage. You know, that's what it is. You know, they do enough. They do a great job defensively with their personnel as they relate to, you know, certain personnel groups. They'll put 4 linebackers in the game. Certain personnel groups they'll put a nickel package in the game. But one thing that stays fairly consistent is the defensive line, and they are good players and they're well coached.
Coach, talk about what you were able to do bottling up Trevor Scales, cousin. Don't like you guys.
Well, we felt coming into this game that because of our success against the run, and we felt we'd do a good job against Trevor. All right, our biggest concern was Colton, and although that long touchdown run was a designed run, a lot of his yardage came as he was scrambling, and he's so athletic and so poised in the pocket. He has that clock in his head that you need, and when it breaks down, he's a threat to make plays on his feet. And that's, you know, he rushed for 120 yards. He had 60 of them on the long run, but he moves the chains too. You know, I felt confident in the nature of the structure of our defense that would do a good job against tailback run. Our concern coming in here was because of his athletic ability that Chapel would do what he did, and he did.
Evan, early in the game, you guys were getting a lot of pressure on what we were doing early in the first quarter. You guys were able to get to Colton and stop the run.
Coach was just calling some blitzes, and they ended up working out to get in the game. We were getting some pressure on him, and I don't think he kept that whole pressure the whole game, but Coach was making some good calls to give us a chance to make some plays.
Follow-up that I saw you guys jump a lot of the quick outs from Howard, a lot of the slip screens. Was there anything you guys were reading on the alignments or just in your preparation for the week?
That just goes all with the game plan. We're given a game plan each week, and we're prepared for what they're going to do. We're just trying to be in the spot that we're supposed to be.
It looked like on your first interception, you had it pretty well scoped out. You had double coverage over there, stepping in front. What did you see on that play to kind of?
Just as a linebacker for our defense, we're always check and run first, and then I knew that I was supposed to get the flat on the boundary side. So as soon as I saw it wasn't a run, I was just trying to do what I was supposed to do, get under the number one receiver.
You know, you talk about Harvard's defensive line, their offensive line is pretty damn good too. And I know they've had some injuries there, but that's a sophomore left tackle, isn't it?
He's actually out.
What?
Was that Fabiano?
Fabiano is the left tackle, and Whitman is out gone for the year, the right tackle.
Was Whitman 73, the kid on the sideline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The left tackle's gonna be a good player. The left tackle from last year, is he still playing?
He's in the NFL practice. He's in the practice.
Is it Vikings or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, you don't see that much in this league or the Ivy League. Kids making that move, and that's the difference that I see comparing Harvard to the other Ivy League teams we play. They have more guys that people are like 44. How do you say that? Use check. A lot of different letters in that name, but he's going to get a look. And the other tight end, you know, those body types are so hard to find. I'm not here to, you know, a Harvard love fest, but I have a blatant grasp of the obvious. And when you guys want to start talking about the Yankees, Red Sox, I think the Red Sox made a mistake in hiring who they hired. I'm glad that he's not there anymore. He should have stayed in the booth. He should have stayed in the booth.
Now we'll have trouble getting back.
Yeah, exactly. You got one shot.
Any other questions for Coach or Evan?
I will say that Buck Showalter is and I got to know Bill Belichick pretty well because while I was at Rutgers, his son was there. And Bill is a rocket scientist when it comes to that. Showalter's that kind of guy too as it relates to baseball. You guys don't have hockey here, do you?
Hey, Tom.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.